everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with a review for 8 Colors Star Guardians Plus on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this released onto the Nintendo Switch eShop on the 11th of the 1st, 2024, published by Flynn's Arcade, who are kind enough to send me a copy for this video review. Now, this is a turn-based, choose-your-own boss path style game featuring like old-school graphics, and it basically harkens to the tokusatsu genre, basically Power Rangers. for English people that don't know what that means, it's basically like the Power Rangers, where you've got like a group of like costumed fighters in different colours fighting giant enemies. And it's a fun, albeit short, little game. Now, graphically, it does feature like a very old school sort of like 8-bit colour style. The game's made with literally just 8 colours. But with that, it does portray everything really coolly. So the aim of the game is to basically save Earth, as there's now being attacked by evil alien monsters. And you are the Star Guardians, who are basically an elite group of fighters. And it's up to you to defend the Earth. Now, you can pick from the 5 different members to make a party, and it's up to you to battle a whole host of bosses, and that's the game, really. So you will pick 3 characters out of the 5. Each of them have their own like unique abilities and like sort of pros and cons. And basically, it's all about finding out what the correct sort of party is needed to beat each of the bosses. Now, if you go in just randomly, you'll probably get absolutely wiped out. I did for quite a while till I kind of figured out the actual point of the game and how to play it correctly. But once you sort of get used to like using the right team, you will eventually work your way through a whole host of boss fights. And they're all played out like you can see on the screen right now. Old school, turn-based. Your party's at the bottom, the boss is at the back. It shows you the turn order on the right, and it shows you your different attacks on the left. So, I enjoyed this one. It took a little getting into, but once I sort of figured out how to play it, I absolutely loved it. And also, I did like the animations, how they're all sort of like dancing around and stuff on the screen. It's just simple things. There is a story mode, and in the story mode, it kind of gives you some little hints and sort of guidance on which characters are most useful in a boss fight. Like, some of them will be like, you need someone who can like negate fire attacks or something like that. So it's all about making sure the right characters in your team. Now, outside of story mode, there's also an arcade mode, which is much, much harder, mainly for seasoned players, I would say, and you only have a set amount of turns to defeat the enemies. Now, this version is a like improved version of the game. It had been out, I believe, previously on PC. This version includes story mode Chapter 2, which is set a year after the end of the Chapter 1 story. And in that one, you'll fight through even more monsters. And what I did like about this one was you have 3 characters in the normal mode, but like later on, you will get to have like 5 characters in your party and stuff like that at once, which is pretty decent. Now, there's also different costumes as well that you can switch for your characters, but you'll only unlock them once you've cleared like story mode and arcade mode and stuff like that. And overall, the game itself isn't super long. You'll get through the entire game in a couple of hours, depending on how quickly you figure out the combinations. But it's a fun little game. And then there's obviously the arcade mode as well, which will keep you busy. I'm just on about to play story mode, Chapter 1 and 2. You're probably looking at a couple of hours. Really fun, though. A nice harken back to like my childhood when I used to love watching like Power Rangers and stuff like that. Obviously, in Japan, they are like not called Power Rangers, and there's a whole sort of genre for them. But there's a whole host of different enemies to fight, all of them unique and weird and wonderful in their own way. It's great, and this game is really cheap as well. You can pick this up right now on the Nintendo eShop, and it's literally £4.99. So check it out. It literally released this week from publisher Flynn's Arcade. Fantastic little like old school inspired turn-based game with like some nice little twists and stuff to it. But it's one of those games you can pick up and play on the go. Funny, will get a little frustrating until you sort of figure out the perfect combinations, but once you've done that, you'll be able to master it perfectly. But anyway, guys, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.